Every day we talk about crude, we talk about the oil. We're very proud, 90% of our income, all from the oil and gas sector. And I tell people that the nature of the oil and gas sector is just like an aeroplane. It is so effective, very efficient, but when it crashes, it leaves no one alive.
That was Honorable Dr. Abdulmumin Jibril, Chairman of the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Finance, speaking at the opening ceremony of the 14th Annual Tax Conference on Thursday, the 10th of May 2012. What a prophetic way to talk about the aeroplane. And that is our own way of taking off on today's episode of Tax Matters, as we commiserate with all Nigerians on the unfortunate plane crash that occurred on Sunday, the 3rd of June 2012. We especially commiserate with those who lost loved ones, and we pray that God will grant repose to the souls of the departed. Today on Tax Matters, we are going to go on an educational voyage from the simple to the not so simple. For example, when you hear transfer pricing, what does it mean?
Or tin capitalization. Do
you, for example, know that the Federal Inland Revenue Service has just concluded a reconfiguration of its operations, that instead of the erstwhile integrated tax offices and the large tax offices, that we now have small and micro taxpayers offices, individual and enterprise taxpayers offices, and the rest of them. This information and many more will come to you in the next 25 minutes. My name is Olumuyiwa Matuluko, and with me on today's episode is Christina Pius.
Hello, viewers.
The Federal Inland Revenue Service introduces the tax card to make all tax payment easy for you. Just follow these 7 easy steps. Obtain your taxpayer identification number, TIN, for free at any FIRS office. Get your tax card from your bank. Log on to www.firsonline.com, then register to obtain a password and access the payment process pages. Fill your TIN number, tax type you're paying, amount payable, and period of payment. Confirm the entries on your transaction, then print your e-ticket and present at any FIRS office as an evidence of tax paid. It's that simple. For more information, visit www.firs.gov.ng or any FIRS office close to you. FIRS, it pays to pay your tax.
Welcome back. The program is State Tax Matters, and we begin with the Northwest Regional Meeting of the Field Operations Group of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, which held on Wednesday, the 30th of May in Sokoto State. The Field Operations Group, formerly known as the Tax Operations Group, is made up of the foot soldiers, the men and women who are on the field, who are in the various tax offices across the country, interfacing with taxpayers and collecting revenue on behalf of us all. The acting chairman, Alhaji Kabiru Mashi, was represented at the meeting by Mr. Osi Chuke, coordinating director, Support Services Group at the FIRS headquarters in Abuja. The meeting, which came hot on the heels of that of the South-South region, which was held in Asaba Delta State at the end of April, was used as an opportunity to assess the performance of the Northwest Command within the larger family of the FIRS. In the course of the one-day meeting, which was held on Wednesday, the 30th of May, it was revealed that the Northwest region collected a total of 5,636,699,189 naira 30 kobo out of a set target of 6,477,081,107 naira 79 kobo in the period January to April 2012, a performance of 87%. The region is expected to collect 19,431,243,323 naira 35 kobo in the 12 months of 2012. This obviously gladdened the hearts of the management.
Honestly, I will tell you, I am impressed with what is happening now. This is just 4 months of the year. The trend has always been that collection will start rising from the month of May, and it will be steadily increasing until September. Companies' accounting day generally, over 45% of companies keep December accounting date. And the practice is that they won't make payment until after June. That's why we are strengthening the self-assessment tax system. But I can assure you, this region will meet its target. FRS will also meet its target.
Mr. Ibrahim Salami is the regional coordinator of the Northwest region of the FRS. what is your area of jurisdiction? What states do you cover, and what tax offices are under your jurisdiction?
Yes, basically we cover 6 states. We cover Jigawa State, Kano State, Katsina State, Sokoto State, Kebbi State, and Zamfara State.
How many tax offices are under you?
There are 8 tax offices and 3 stamp duty commission offices.
How would you rate the performance of your Northwest region within the context of the overall FRS performance, looking at the period January to April 2012 so far?
Well, I would say so far so good. Collection has been very impressive, but there's still room for improvement. I think so far we've scored about 87% of the target as within the first 4 months of the year, that's January to April. But there are many strategies we are putting in place to ensure that before the year runs out to score about, say, 100 plus.
You want to share with us some of those strategies?
Yes. One, the first strategy we adopt is we'll emphasize on the state governments awarding contracts to ensure that only companies or the contractors that have TIN, that is tax identification number, are given the contract. In which case, it can easily be traced. Their income can easily be traced based on that TIN. That is 1. 2, we are also using web portal system, collaborating with stakeholders like CAC, that is Corporate Affairs Commission, information from Central Bank Foreign Exchange, information from custom, from importers and exporters, getting all this information to back up the taxpayers that may likely evade or avoid taxes. So these are areas, no hiding place. We are using all areas to exhume where they are hiding or where they are buried.
Welcome once again. Still on the sidelines of the Field Operations Group meeting that was held in Sokoto, we asked Mr. S.S. Ogbeson, Coordinating Director of the Field Operations Group, to shed more light on the new segmentation, the reconfiguration of the FRS tax offices across the country. For quite some time now, we've been hearing about the new segmentation embarked upon by the Federal Revenue Service. We hear about medium tax office, individual and enterprise, and all that. What does that segmentation mean for the system, that is the FIRS, and the taxpayer?
Yeah, thank you very much. You are aware that in most countries, you could segment taxpayers on the basis of taxes, and you can also segment on the basis of size. What we have done now, after having toyed with the idea of segmenting on the basis of taxes, those days you remember we have VAT department, we have withholding tax unit. Those are segmentation on taxes, and we use that to drive collection. But we realize that it has not allowed us to really focus on taxpayers. We don't know our taxpayer. We're just bringing in money, meeting targets. But we're getting to a place now where it is not just revenue collection, but we needing to partner with the taxpayers. So in 2005, we introduced the concept of large taxpayer units, which metamorphosed into large tax departments, and we had 5 of them. What that did to us was to be able to identify the big players, those with turnover above 1 billion, and in specialized sectors of the economy, banking, shipping, and the rest of them. We used that platform to be able to know the size of those who are really contributing, relying on this principle of 80-20 rule. 20% of the taxpayer contributing 80%. But what we discovered was 1,500 was the number of the large taxpayers. If you compare that to about 100,000 taxpayers, it's less than 5%. Yet, this number gives us over 80% each year of our revenue collection. I mean, if not for anything, we could go to sleep because we know that 80% revenue is already guaranteed. Now, with that success, we felt we still have a large pool of taxpayers in the segment of small and medium. Why don't we think of bringing out the medium taxpayers now from that large pool So we experimented, did our research, and we found another 1,500 that are medium taxpayers. And the threshold created for these are between 200 million and 99. So we want to treat this new group of taxpayers the way we treated the large taxpayers. The skills required are different. Multinationals may be in the group, they may not be. Some are the small taxpayers, but because of the level of turnover of 200 million, they also still need to be pampered, taken care of, with specific needs being attended to. So that's why we decided to segment them. We now have over 85,000 in the bracket of micro and small. So what is special about this micro and small is the fact that many of them don't keep records. Yet you want to treat them the way you treat an MTO or you treat a large taxpayer. I mean, we'll be wasting resources. We won't be focused. Many of them are probably those who should be paying presumptive tax. So bring them out and develop a specialized regime for them. That's the objective. So that the way we will deal with micro and small will be completely different from the provisions in the law. We will go back and amend the law to recognize the peculiarities of those who don't keep records, who don't need tax clearance certificate, but are forced to come and present tax clearance certificate, and they turn to accountants who will quickly cook up accounts for them. They still bring back to the same inland revenue. We will waste our time doing risk profiling, waste our time examining a report that is fraudulent. Turnover of the micro small for now is any company below 200 million. Below 200 million. But we will go further going forward. We will bring out those who have turnover below 50 million. We may then increase or reduce the threshold of the medium to about 150, and know that this 50 million, they will still be in the largest number in any case. This is what we should do for them. We want to amend the law. That's where we say we want to introduce presumptive tax regime, to say, you guys under this threshold, you don't need to file returns. If you file return, we will take. But if you don't file, no problem. But you must keep records. Keeping records is not the same as filing return. If you keep turnover record, and I know your turnover, I could just say pay 2.5% or 0.25% of the turnover where you have not filed return. But where you then file return, you are in that group. I give you some kind of concession. That's to encourage you to want to deal with the taxman. We will start off with hotels, start off with supermarket stores, those who receive cash on daily basis.
Are we talking only about those of them who are registered as limited liability companies? Because we get worried when we hear you talking about small and micro. We wonder if those are not under the purview of the State Board of Internal Revenue.
Okay, thank you. But you know, FRS also administers personal income taxation within the Federal Capital Territory. So that's the starting point. Personal income tax is for individuals and enterprises. So we are there. But remember that enterprises also pay VAT. So with that kind of arrangement, there's no way we will not bring in enterprises into the VAT, into the tax net.
Under the new dispensation, the Federal Inland Revenue Service now operates a taxpayer-focused structure comprising of light tax office oil and gas, made up of upstream, downstream, and oil servicing.
Large tax office non-oil located in Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Kano. Medium tax offices in Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, and Ibadan.
We also now have a new individual and enterprise income tax department located in 7 locations in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, in keeping with the mandate of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to act as the revenue board of the federal government in the Federal Capital Territory, which empowers it to collect personal income taxes from all residents of the FCT, as well as enterprises, partnerships, one-man businesses that are also charged to tax under the Personal Income Tax Act. The individual and enterprise income tax offices are located in the central area Abuja, in Gariki for ministries, departments, and agencies, in Gwagwarada, Wuse, Utako, Meitama, and Asokoro.
Still under the new dispensation designed to serve you better, the FIRS now has micro and small taxpayers offices located in Central Area, Gariki, Guadalada, Use, Utako, Meitama, and Asokoro.
So, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever the status or the size of your company, there is an FIRS tax office close to you. Like they say, for this corner, it is there. For that corner, it is there.
So there is nothing you can do. I can't believe this. Last year I let it go. This year my tax assessment is even worse. They keep doing this because they know there is no one we can complain to.
But there is.
Really?
Yes. You can go to the Tax Appeal Tribunal.
Tax Appeal Tribunal?
Yes.
The Tax Appeal Tribunal is established to resolve all tax disputes between taxpayers and the Revenue Authority. So when your tax disputes are not resolved to your satisfaction, the Tax Appeal Tribunal is there to help. You can visit any of our offices nationwide or call us on 0987-61170 or email info@tat.gov.ng for support. Tax Appeal Tribunal, building confidence in Nigeria's tax system.
The Tax Appeal Tribunal operates from 8 locations across Nigeria. It was established pursuant to Section 59, Subsection 1 of the Federal Inland Revenue Service Establishment Act 2007, and it replaced the erstwhile Board of Appeal Commissioners and the Value-Added Tax Tribunals. On Thursday, the 24th of May 2012, chairmen and members of the Tax Appeal Tribunal, accompanied by the coordinating secretary, Malam Yahya Abubakar, visited in one fell swoop the leading lights of the Nigerian judiciary, the Chief Justice of the Federation, the President of the Federal Court of Appeal, and the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court. In all 3 places, the message was the same. Please cooperate with the Tax Appeal Tribunal to move the Nigerian tax system forward.
This courtesy visit, my Lord, is part of our strategic plan to strengthen the operations of the Tax Appeal Tribunals and to further deepen the relationship between the Tax Appeal Tribunals and one of its key stakeholders, that is the judiciary. This is pertinent because decisions of the tribunal are enforceable upon enrollment at the Federal High Court. Similarly, my Lord, the Federal High Court has appellate jurisdiction over all decisions of the tribunals. We therefore, my Lord, solicit the support of the judiciary and other relevant stakeholders to assist us deliver on our objectives for the establishment of TAT. For us at TAT, my Lord, we shall strive to be a leading tax dispute resolution center of international repute by providing parties a flexible and efficient dispute resolution mechanism.
And in all 3 places, assurance of cooperation.
We are aware of our constitutional responsibility, and we know that when it comes to tax in Nigeria, it's the Federal High Court that is the main authority. And where we have to assert that, we'll do that. But if we have some people that will do a job for us, we are very happy to do it. And credit to the TAT, I've been following the activities up and down. In fact, the type of money they are recovering from federal government is getting close to the oil money. You see the tax tribunal getting about 200 million, 500 million, they are agreed to pay. But when it comes to court, they drag it, and I think the TAT has really helped.
When the matter is, when in administrative cases, when the matter is not ripe for hearing, it is not supposed to go to the court. First of all, you must exhaust the avenues that are established before you go to the court. And that is very relevant. I thank you all for this visit.
I am very happy with the new rules and regulations that you have taken, which are meant to arrive at a just decision. And of course, I think there should be change in the legislation before they go to the court of the Federal High Court. they must, by law, come to the appeals tribunal. I think that is very, very important. It is. And then I have to warn you that your decisions, when it is appealed to the Federal High Court, an appeal will ultimately probably come even to the Supreme Court. So, in the Committee of Courts, you are one of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And anytime you need any assistance or anything, please count on us. We'll be able to assist and look into all the problems attending to it. Thank you very much.
Welcome once again. We are on the home stretch. Just as the Tax Appeal Tribunal was visiting the leading lights of the judiciary in Abuja on that Thursday, at the other end in Lagos, the CITN was inducting 737 men and women into the hallowed ranks of tax professionals. And on Monday, the 28th of May, in commemoration of Children's Day, which held the day before, the Student Tax Advocacy Initiative of the FRS got together members of the SAT clubs in operating schools within the Federal Capital Territory for a debating session. It was rewarding as it was exciting. Christina Pius was at the CITN induction in Lagos, and she reports.
Welcoming the inductees into the profession, President CITN, Mr. JFS Jegede, had this to say.
It is with a deep sense of joy and fulfillment that I congratulate the inductees at today's ceremony, which is the 26th event in the history of our noble institute. Obviously, everyone here today made a conscious effort towards becoming members of the institute, which implies acceptance of your roles as members of our noble profession. CITN, being the statutory body for persons seeking to become chartered tax practitioners, can only succeed in its mandate with additional members of your caliber, with sense of responsibility being brought on board to chart the path through involvement in the Nigerian tax system. Therefore, today's event is significant in view of the expected positive impact it will have on the Nigerian tax system and the economy generally. Our institute's conviction is that an efficient and professionalized tax system contains a lot of benefits. Hence, our continuous emphasis on professionalization of the system. My dear inductees, the strides so far made by the institute can be attributed to the untiring efforts of committed members who have made it a point of duty to sacrifice their time, finances, and intellect through active participation in the institute activities and programs. I urge you as members to contribute even more in ensuring that CITN continues to maintain an identifiable position in the League of Professional Bodies. Council expects the highest sense of professionalism and integrity in the discharge of your duties to your clients and to all other stakeholders in order to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of the tax system.
Thereafter, the 737 brand new tax professionals were inducted and handed over their instrument of practice.
Mr. President, sir, I have the privilege and honor to present to you these fine ladies and gentlemen who have excelled in character and knowledge to be inducted as associate members of our revered institute.
On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, by the power conferred on me as the President and Chairman of the Council of the Chartered District Taxation of Nigeria, I hereby call on those who want to become members to be upstanding. Raise up your right hand and take the oath of allegiance to CITN and the taxation profession as follows. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that
we want to join the CITN in welcoming all the new inductees, and we wish them a rewarding and successful practice. Just as we wish all our viewers out there a successful and rewarding week, may we never witness again what happened on Sunday, the 3rd of June. Never. Bye for now. From Christina.
Thank you for watching.